the Jake Paul Tank thing is a real thing. Again, not saying this is what we want to see or endorsing it, but it is a real thing that was going to happen if Tank beat Lamont back in Brooklyn a few months ago. And so, okay.
I'd be so upset if that were to happen.
Before Shakur?
Before anyone.
Now you're not getting tickets.
No, before
sorry. It's gone.
Can we edit that?
They were printing
Can we
them?
edit? Can we edit? Okay, so 1 second. Hear me out. No, but on a serious note, I'd be so upset. Considering what's in front of Javante, like I could name 10 fighters that Javante should be fighting. Like if he were to kind of say, skip that and go to Jake, I'd be so upset.
14th ranked fighter in the WBA.
Yeah, cruiserweight.
How do you feel about this, by the way?
That's a joke, isn't it?
Is it really a joke, though?
It's a joke.
Why is it a joke?
Because he's not the 14th best cruiserweight. There are people out there, there are cruiserweights that have, and I understand the money aspect, and Jake Paul's, by the way, I think Jake Paul's incredible in what he's done. I'm not just saying that because I want tickets. I think he's incredible what he's done. But there are people out there that have fought for national titles in any country who should be ranked, who have legit
It's funny because like I think most people on the planet can't name more than 4 cruiserweights.
But they shouldn't have to.
No, but that's the point. That shouldn't be a people thing. Getting so riled up, and it's like, okay, at least like present who you think should be there. No, isn't that a thing?
Yeah.
Like you could name Jaya Pataya, you can name Zerto, Badu Jack.
Yeah, but there's even people like in the UK. There's people like Alois Jr.
Yeah.
Who I don't think's ranked in the top 15.
Now this is just the WBA. Yeah. And let's be honest, some of these rankings have been
was this fight against Chavez? Was it sanctioned by the WBA? I don't believe it was.
No.
So if it wasn't sanctioned by the WBA, how did the WBA put him in the rankings?
Okay, so but how about the wackiness of the fact that now they say that they're going to like review it?
Yeah.
What's changed in the last week? You got some blowback?
Yeah.
That just shows how fickle all this is.
That shows how weak it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was actually debating with someone. Is this as bad as Manny Pacquiao being ranked number 5 by the WBC? Now, Manny Pacquiao not having won a fight for 5 years.
Right.
You know what I mean? Not being ranked.
I don't know so what was the answer? Is it as bad?
It just, no, we both agreed, me and this person that were talking, that this tells you why we need a world governing body.
Oh, 100%.
Like, they just make up things as they go along.
But how many times has it been, it's like, oh, this guy's the number 1 contender, and it's like, what? What did he do?
Where's it come from?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or, some other, I don't know, ultimately. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, there are 15 other cruiserweights on the planet
they certainly are. You know the easiest thing
because I can't name them.
No, but nor can I, and I'm a boxing.
Right.
Nor can I. But the easiest thing for Jake to do, if you want to get ranked without no problems whatsoever, is fight the number 15th ranked best cruiserweight in the US. Just fight that guy.
Sure.
Just fight that guy, and it's over and done with.
I'm not campaigning for him.
By the way, that's it. No one would ever complain.
Right.
No one would ever complain. And by the way, Jake could maybe beat that guy. I don't know who that guy is, but that guy right now is out there. And if you want to be ranked, fight that guy.
What did you think of the win over Chavez?
It was actually okay.
Yeah, it
was all right. Listen, I mean, Chavez decided to turn
10
up.
rounds.
Yeah, and then he got deported, didn't he?
Oh, that was
which is crazy. Which is crazy, by the way. The stories on that are crazy, but this is a whole nother show. Crazy. But it's almost like Chavez decided to start off
got deported.
Sorry.
They were like, take this guy away.
It was the craziest thing.
Paul.
The craziest thing ever. I saw the story and I was like, is this real?
The footage of him being detained is wild.
I couldn't.
And now they don't know where he is.
I couldn't believe it, honestly. But yeah, Jake's a professional fighter. Jake has a professional team around him. He's been doing this, 5-6 years?
Yeah.
Jake's good.
2020.
Like, I completely forgot about Jake when it comes to YouTube boxing.
No.
I don't even.
And by the way, those cards aren't YouTube boxing cards.
No.
There's not a single NFL guy versus NBA guy or YouTube guy. Like that card, actually, the MVP card / Golden Boy card in Anaheim was the best one they've ever put on.
Yeah, agreed.
In terms of like the action.
Yeah.
This young man, Julian Rodriguez, beat Avius Griffin in a thriller in the 10th round. He knocked him out.
Have Zerto on there against Junior Dorticus. I mean, Zerto's legit. But did you see the size difference?
Yeah.
And that's what scared me a bit when we talk about Jake as a cruiserweight. And obviously that is Jake's build. But when he did a face-off with Zerto, I was like, my God. And Zerto's not the biggest cruiserweight.
The big guy.
I was like, wow. There's a bit of a size difference.
The only thing, listen, you wanna argue or be upset about the 14, totally okay with that. Mm-hmm. You want to argue about the opponents, totally okay with that. You want to argue about him picking MMA guys, like all this I think is very, very, very fair game. Mm-hmm. The only thing that gets me, that grinds my gears, if you will, is when people say like, oh, he's hurt boxing. He has like look at the card this Friday.
I can't take that.
Look at the opportunities. Look at the paydays.
Yeah.
Look at the platforms that really like none of this has anything to do with him.
Do you know how many things Hurt boxing before we get to Jake?
Yeah.
Like, Jake must be number 919. Like,
If that,
If
yeah.
that. I mean, corrupt judges, awful scorecards, drugs in boxing. Like, do you know how many issues boxing has? So when people say, oh, Jake's hurting boxing, I'm like, are you crazy? Go and speak to Amanda Serrano right now about how he changed her life. And other fighters now, all these fighters now signed to MVP and the promotion push they're getting, the events, people getting paid. Absolute nonsense. I'm not having that.
Every single women's boxer on the planet right now is looking at this card and being like, I mean, Sharnika told me before she was added to it, she had massive FOMO. She's like, look at this. Look at what's happening to women's boxing and I can't be a part of it. This doesn't happen without him.
100%.
And so, again, you can hate him but like in terms of what they've done, to me, it's only been a positive. And people will say that I'm glazing or I'm being no. You are being a certified hater. You are just being delusional if you say otherwise.
Yeah, no, I think what he's done for boxing's been insane. It surprises me just how good it's been. I'd never expected a proper promotional company out of this. Like MVP Promotions, I was like, this isn't going to last. All of a sudden, it's one of the biggest promotional companies.
We used to include them with Misfits. They are two totally different entities at this point.
Completely
not even in the same stratosphere.
No, not at all. No, not at all. I mean, I guess some people just want to see Jake fight someone like, quote unquote, real.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is. And I think we're screaming for it because I think there are some people out there that believe he could actually do it. I mean, obviously we had Oscar, didn't we? We spoke to Oscar a few weeks ago. And I said, do you think he could actually fight for a world title? And Oscar, for the first time, was like, maybe.
The one to make, in my opinion, if this is what you truly want, do the Badu Jack fight. He's a little bit older, right? Zerto and Jai I think are a bridge too far.
Stay away.
Yes, from
forever.
Jai. Yes,
Zerto even maybe. Jai. Zerto will actually
Jai
not carry him, but Zerto won't try to take his head off. Jai will try to end him in a round.
Remember the build up to Taylor Serrano 1? I did the face to face with Eddie and Jake. And Eddie was bringing up Jai. He's like, okay, you're mid-level, like fight. I got a guy named Jai Pataya. You should fight him. And this was 2022.
So that's before Jai became this monster.
Yeah. No,
he's one of the scariest. Stay away. Badu Jack's a great shot. I think Badu would beat him.
You think so?
Yeah.
I think he would promote it as well. I think it would be a good.
Badu Jack will. Yeah, that's the one. That's the world title fight.
Yeah, WBC.
Saying just give it to him. Give him the world title shot.
Fuck it. Like let's go.
Yeah, I agree. You know what? Just give it to him.
Just go.
Let's see.
Why not?
I agree.
I'm more interested in that than the Chavez fight, or honestly, I'm more interested in that than the Tank fight. Right?
I think that would be so interesting.
Let's go.
Yeah, no, I agree with you.
If you want to defend being ranked, if you want to defend, and we could play the game all day long, like, oh, is Nate Diaz better?
Do you think Jake would fight Badu?
I don't know. I don't know if they think he's
Jake,
big enough.
You know.
No, I've never asked him.
So I wasn't talking about it from that standpoint. I was talking about like the fear of fighting Badu. Not a case of whether Badu, because Jake has fought some people that we don't know.
Yeah. No, I know.
I mean that, where Jake's carried the
Badu's
promotion.
level. Those were sort of like bridge fights to get to the Tyson fight.